So what's going on, Gas Gang? Today is a very special day. Yes, guys, it is mapping of the four-wheel drive, fully built sequential DC5 Type R. It's fully running and we're ready to go, guys. Full send, let's see what she makes. Let's get it. Welcome to Officially Gas. Let's get it. Yo, plot twist. The 18th of May for the Gas Gang Castle Combe Track Day Takeover is now being officially open to the public. Here's what we're doing. £250 gets you and the passenger a full day's track racing from 9 AM to 5 PM with an open pit lane plus 6 months free membership to the Gas Gang. And on top of that, this week's Gas Gang fortnightly giveaway is a madness. A massive shout out to Forge Motorsport each and every time because they are plugging one lucky winner with a £250 gift voucher to be spent on whatever you want. And on top of that, we are giving away, yes, another Noble Chairs AMG Limited Patronus Edition Noble Chair. Guys, this giveaway is gonna be a madness. If you're not signed up to the Gas Gang, what are you waiting for? $5.99, less than a Burger King. Let's get back to the video. So yes, guys, as the intro said, today is the actual day the car is gonna be mapped and then we are pretty much complete. I mean, after this, it will probably go back to Auto Talk just to have a little once over to make sure everything's good. And then we're ready to go. Guys, this is, it's taken so long, but now things are moving so quickly. Just the other day, we went for our first official drive in it. And today, it's coming off the base map. We're down at Devil Developments. We're here to meet Romain from Racecal, and he's gonna tune this car up. Now, as far as power's concerned, I don't really know what it's gonna make. I don't wanna overhype it, and then it doesn't make what I want it to make. But look, as you might be able to see, actually, let's just put some respect on what's going on today's name. We have E90 fuel, we've got E85, sorry, E98, 98% ethanol, and then we've got E85 race fuel. So we're gonna be doing some spicy maps on this car too. So what it makes on pump fuel, what it makes on race fuel, I'm not sure. Romain's actually in Devil Developments already, in the dyno cell, already mapping the car. I haven't actually had the conversation with him what he thinks my car will safely make on this setup. So it's gonna be really interesting to see what it makes. Place your bets now, I guess. Look, if it makes over 600 on pump fuel, I'm happy for now. Remember, this is only where we're starting. And then maybe somewhere near 700 on the race fuel map, pretty good. Sequential four-wheel drive, I guess. So listen, guys, anyway, without further ado, I think we should get into this. I think we'll get into Devil Developments, meet Romain from Racecal, very renowned figure when it comes to the Honda tuning and the tuning game full stop. And yeah, basically just have a chat through what's gonna go on today and go from there. So let's get in there. Romain, welcome to the channel, brother.
Thank you very much.
You're like a legend in the Honda scene. And other scenes too, actually. It's not only Hondas that you map, right?
No, it's not. I started with Honda a long time ago now. And then I started working for Syrex 8-9 years ago now.
Okay.
And I've been doing more and more with Syrex. So yeah, because Syrex cater for a lot of different cars. I've been doing a lot of different cars now.
Okay, cool.
But I still love a Honda.
Good man.
Still got a Honda, so yeah, Honda by heart.
Good man. So today, it's a little bit of an unknown because we've got a brand new engine, a brand new setup. It hasn't really been tested, it's just run in.
It's been a long build, isn't it?
Yeah.
So we'll build it slowly, do all the drivability because it's just on the base map at the moment. You've got a fly-by-wire throttle body, so that's been set up, probably can make it drive a bit better. And we'll work our way up and see where we end up.
What kind of power do you reckon we'll see on pump fuel, and what do you reckon we could possibly see on ethanol? I've told you my setup off camera, so you kind of know where we're at.
That turbo should be able to flow for 750 if the rest is good.
Got you.
the turbo, a lot of turbo are rated for flow rate and so BHP. But when you reach that maximum, everything around it has to be perfect.
Yeah.
If you got a small exhaust, small intercooler, small air filter, you're going to reduce the flow and the restrictions through the turbo, and you're not going to make that power. The other limitation, which is normally probably the first limitation you're going to find, is on pump fuel, is the quality of the fuel. So we're lucky to have 99, which is where you run today. I believe it's Momentum from Tesco, which is good. But still, you're still limited by the amount of ignition timings that you can run before having detonation, which obviously the service can see it, can take care of it, but once it takes care of it, obviously you don't want to rely on it, but you're going to be limited. The more boost you run, the easier it's going to be, the earlier it's going to be limited with the amount of timings that you can run. And that's normally the first limitation. So you're not going to see 700 on the 700 bhp rated turbo on pump fuel, but you might see it on race fuel.
Got ya. Okay.
So how much we see on pump fuel? There's a lot of things that will interfere with the powers that we can make. I like to see 550 easily. So you've got like a nice and efficient setup that you can use all day, every day without having any trouble. And then I like to see 700 on S now.
Wicked.
That'd be nice.
Okay, all right, bro. Well, listen, you've got a lot of work to do.
Yes.
And yeah, I'm hoping for the best. I know I'm in the best hands, so thank you so much for coming and doing this. And
nice to finally meet you.
Yes, likewise,
finally,
bro, likewise. Yeah, let's do it.
Yeah.
Nice, right, guys, so as you see, the car is now on the dyno. We have taken the bonnet off because things are about to get serious, and we want things to look cool when it starts banging flames and not set the bonnet on fire. So yeah, it's going to be interesting. And obviously today, I mean, this is a completely new setup on the car. You know, this is really putting everything to the test. The car has never really been put through its paces. It's only just run in. Shout out to Josh. Josh is also here in support to make sure everything goes nice and smooth. And yeah, it's going to be interesting. I know some of my hardware, like my intercooler and things like that, could be better. So they could be limiting factors. But, you know, it is what it is. Fingers crossed. Do you know what? The main thing is, whatever kind of power it makes, even if it's 500, even if it's 400, I know it's not going to be 400, but whatever it's going to be, right? What you got to remember is this thing is four-wheel drive, properly light, and it's got a sequential. So that changes the game when we're talking about power figures. So it's going to be really interesting to see what these boys do. But look, we're in the best hands. So yeah, man, let's see how it goes. The load cell on my sequential gearbox, so the thing you pull on basically on the knob, the gear knob, basically it measures how much pressure you're putting into it, so it does the ignition cut so you can do a flat foot shift. It's broke, so we can't map in flat foot shifting. So, but it is what it is. It is what it is. That load cell was working perfectly, and just, you know, things give up. So we are going to have to get a new one of those. I think we can remotely map in the flat foot shifting with the new load cell, but again, it won't be getting done today. So it is what it is. We're just gonna go with the flow, stay positive, and hopefully make some good power. So let's do it. Right guys, so cars in tuning, we have found we have a few more issues, and this, do you know what, this is something I fully expected to perhaps happen. Obviously, you know, a new build, teething issues and so on and so forth. Don't get me wrong, everything is new on that engine. It's a brand new engine. However, obviously we're running a Syvex and we have got so many sensors on that engine. Now, we've just lost coolant pressure. Now, a lot of people don't run coolant pressure, but we wanted to kind of be extra safe. Coolant pressure sensor basically can give you a heads up if your head's lifting, like, you know what I mean, because it will basically pressurize the system and it will let you know that something's not right. So anyway, long story short, brand new sensor, it's failed. I've already told you guys that the load cell on the Quake sequential failed. Like, you know, these are new sensors, and now we think we might have an intermittent issue with the fuel pressure sensor. We're not 100% sure right now, and that's the one that's worrying, because, you know, we've got loads of different trips and obviously it's running on the Syvex, so things could be a little bit safe, but Romain obviously wants to keep it double safe, so we're going to try and push on a little bit more. That last run, 500 brake horsepower, 501 or whatever it made, was at 1.5 bar of boost, so only like, well, 1 psi or whatever, a tiny increment up over 1.4 and making 480, whatever it made. So it's probably got like I think they're going to run it up to about 1.8 bar today on the pump fuel, so it's probably got about 550 in it, you know, on pump, which is really good. But whether or not we can utilize and extract the whole of that 550 or whatever it makes out of it today with the sensors playing games, who knows. This is Cars in Tuning. I expected a few teething issues, just didn't think that new sensors would be failing like they are. So anyway, fingers crossed, let's get back in there. Right guys, so it made 560 odd brake horsepower at 1.7 bar of boost. I think he wants to do 1.8 bar, so there might be another 20 brake horsepower in it. We might see if we can get it to 600, hopefully. Just when he tried to bring the boost up to 1.8, he lost boost basically. So they've been trying to work out what was what, and they found a Jubilee clip basically had kind of blown off a hose or something like that. So anyway, they've changed the Jubilee clips and we are going to go for it. I think they're going to do a few other checks too, pull the plugs out, maybe check the spark plug gaps too, because I think there was a slight misfire on one of the runs too, and then get back into it. So a lot going on, and I'm just standing here watching and hoping with my fingers crossed. As you can see, everyone's working away. So yeah, let's let them do this, and then I guess turn the boost up, hope for the best, and see what she makes. Remember, this is still pump fuel, so yeah. Anti-lag, Syvex anti-lag. Yes, 620. Yes, so we like to keep things subtle around here. Absolutely crazy. Anti-lag for days. 620, that was 1010. All right guys, so Romain has just mapped in the launch control now. Romain, can you give us a blast of how the launch control sounds, please, brother? That's what you call launch control. All right, guys, so he's dialed in the launch control a little bit more boost. So, yeah, let's get that again, bro. All right, no, that's what you call launch control. All right, guys, so it looks like we're gonna actually stop or kind of call it a day here for now, and I'll let the main man, Romain, actually explain why. And firstly, I want to say I'm very, very happy with that figure on pump fuel.
You can be.
It's strong, right?
Yeah, it's strong. It's strong. It's in four-wheel drive as well, so like the loss can be a bit hit and miss. So it's very strong. It does feel strong on the dyno. You can just feel it. It's got the grunt.
Nice.
So I should be good on the road. It's making good torque as well for Honda. It's nearly touching 480.
At pound foot, right?
Yeah.
Then we think that's probably over 700 Newton meters, right?
Yes.
Ish.
Yeah.
So that's a lot.
Yeah. We had a few little issues, but doing this on the first day with teasing issue, which got nothing to do with auto torque or yourself, is just like one of them things, when sometimes you're lucky, sometimes you're not.
Yep.
But because it's been such a long build, I'd rather keep it safe, leave it like this, sort the little niggles out, come back, push it on ethanol, most likely touch 700 on ethanol. I don't think I wouldn't do it or make it, and try it on the road.
Yeah. Oh, the strain gauge too on the.
And the strain gauge, which is a bit of a shame, because normally after this, plan was to go on the road and sort the flat foot shift, which we can't do because the strain gauge doesn't work, so we can't do flat foot shift or auto blip, which is normally the cool parts of sequential. I know. But that'll be next time. Yeah. Okay. Cool. Well, anyway, look, 619 brake horsepower. What bar of boost was that? All of it. All of it. 1.9 on this one. 1.9. Yeah, 1.9 on pump fuel, but the NOx trace looks fine. I've got my own NOx sensor there to listen to it as well, just to correlate with the data. Fuel pressure is fine. You run like 2 turbo 450, so we're fine there. The injector is about 70%. Everything looks good. Yeah, it's very good. Cool. Good build from Autotalk once again. There you go. So, there you go. Look, spuds all around. Where can people find you? Facebook is probably the best way. Okay. I don't have much time to post stuff on Instagram anymore. I tend to work more and more with trader directly. So based on where you're based, I tend to send people to different places. So you got Autotalk, Devil down south, GM Import, which is one of my biggest customers up north, so Newcastle. And for Honda, I do quite a lot with Dream Automotive in Luton as well. And I still do my own stuff at Perfect Touch, but less and less. I tend to move with trader now. Got it. Cool. Well, I'll leave links to everything you want me to leave in the description. All right, guys, so there you have it. Today's mapping session has been pretty successful. Obviously, we came up against a few issues, you know, sensors failing, and then also, unfortunately, the load cell for the sequential gearbox, so we didn't get the flat foot shift mapped in. But at the end of the day, it's not the end of the world. Look, we still made 620 brake horsepower on pump fuel. Oh yeah, we also didn't get to put the spicy fuel in. But you know what, too much all in one sitting sometimes isn't a good thing. Like, you know what I mean? At least we've got some room for improvement. 620 brake horsepower is still gonna be absolutely savage, and that is on 99. You know what I mean? So just standard pump fuel. There's probably another 100, maybe 120, 30 brake horsepower in the ethanol fuel. So we could be seeing like 750 brake horsepower. Can you imagine what that would be like with the flat foot shift sequential 4-wheel drive, guys? It would be absolutely crazy. Also, a massive shout out to Autotalk each and every time, you know what I mean? And once again, a massive shout out to Romain from Racecal. Guys, if you have enjoyed today's video, don't forget to smash that subscribe button. What we will be doing, or what we do need to do first before we actually go for this first drive, unfortunately, is get that sequential load cell sorted so we can flat foot shift it. It's just too risky going out when the sequential's not working properly, if that makes sense. So yeah, guys, it will be coming soon. And once again, thank you for tuning in and sharing this day with me. I'm a very happy boy. 620 brake horsepower, 4-wheel drive, fully built turbo sequential car. Yeah, it's a good day. So guys, smash that subscribe button and we will catch you on the next one. Peace out.